Hi everybody, hope that you're well. Alex here. I wanted to shoot you a quick video today to talk about limiting beliefs. Now, this is something that we all suffer from. We all have these negative thoughts in our head or these beliefs that we can't do something. And I want you to think about something that you would like to do in your life, something that you want to create in your life, but maybe you haven't made a start with that yet because maybe there are some self-limiting beliefs about your ability to do that, and try to have that in mind like while we have this conversation. So for me, the example is creating an online business, because that's what I've been doing since last summer, and that's something that I'm working on every day at the moment. And I basically wanted to shoot this video because I see and meet and hear so many people talking about the things that are holding them back. And we all tell ourselves these stories. Some of the common objections that I hear about starting an online business are, for example, I'm too busy, or I have a full-time job, I'm too busy, or I'm too old, or I'm not technical enough, I don't know how to do it, I haven't got computer skills, or I don't have enough money right now, or I'm not good on camera. Like, so many different excuses, and they are excuses, but they come from a place of these self-limiting beliefs, okay? And the problem with self-limiting beliefs is that they stop you from even trying. They stop you from exploring or taking steps towards something that is maybe really important to you in your life. And we just talk ourselves out of even beginning to start something new because of the fear or because of the limiting beliefs around it. And the problem with that is that then we hold ourselves back from anything that is like big, anything that's important, anything that is going to make a change in our lives, because anything that's going to do that is going to be scary and is going to require us to step out of our comfort zone. And that means that we're going to have to choose to start ignoring those negative thoughts and those self-limiting beliefs that maybe we've been listening to them for too long already. So I want to give you a quick example. So some of you have maybe already heard my story, but just very briefly, I used to work in television production. I was doing that for several years after leaving university. Several years, it was like 6-7 years. And I basically got to the point where I was really pretty unhappy. I was really stressed. I was very unfulfilled. I wasn't passionate about the work. I had no time for myself or to spend time with loved ones or to do the things that I wanted to do with my life. And I was just like stuck in a Groundhog Day. I was exhausted by the time the weekend came. I spent most of Saturday doing errands, like trying to just stay on top of like personal admin, getting the washing done, all those kind of things. And then usually would go out drinking on a Saturday night and sleep for most of Sunday and then repeat. And it just went on and on like that, repeat. And yeah, I got to the point where I was really quite low and I ended up quitting. And then after several years of trying to find my way and figuring out what to do with my life, it was a pretty difficult time. I had no idea what to do. I didn't feel like I had any other skills. And I didn't want to make the wrong choice. And so eventually I took what was a very scary decision for me, and I retrained to become a yoga teacher. And I had a whole heap of self-limiting beliefs about being a yoga teacher. For starters, I didn't think that I looked like a yoga teacher. I had this image of a Instagram yogi that was tall, skinny and blonde. And I was like, that isn't me. Who am I to think I could teach yoga? All of these crazy things that went through my mind that stopped me from taking the training in the first place. But anyway, I did that for a while. I got over those fears, and I have loved teaching yoga. It is a passion of mine. It's something that I've found really helpful and beneficial in my life, and I've really enjoyed sharing it with my students and seeing that it's helping them and changing their lives. It also enabled me to travel, and that's something I've really like enjoyed in my life and wanted to do more of. But at the end of the day, I was still trading my time for money. When I was working abroad, I was working for someone else. So I still had a boss. I still had to turn up at a certain time. I still had to stay to a certain time. I had to be available teaching at a certain time. And it was also impossible for me to like kind of increase my income or scale my business because I could only earn while I was teaching yoga. And as anyone who's done any kind of work like that will know that there's only so much you can do before you get burnt out. So there really is like a cap on your earnings. So I started looking into these opportunities to like build a business online. I'd seen lots of people being successful building businesses. Even like other yoga teachers were putting their classes online and building YouTube channels and all of these things that honestly, they terrified me. And, I realized that I had these limiting beliefs that were telling myself that I wasn't good enough to do that, and that, oh, it was okay for them. They are successful because they're who they are. And that's not me, and I'm not good enough for that. And, I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not whatever enough. I wasn't enough to put myself out there. And that definitely held me back for a long time. So, I see all around me people sticking with this traditional way of living and, going to work for a boss, trading their time for money and being stuck in jobs that they're unhappy in. And it got me thinking, why do we do that? Why are we continuing to do that when we know now that it's possible to make money online? It's not a secret anymore. There are lots of people doing it. And I could only come to the conclusion that I just realized I didn't think I could make money online. I didn't think I was enough to make money online. I didn't think it was possible for me. And this limiting belief was holding me back from moving in the direction of something that I really wanted, like to have more freedom in my life, to reach a wider audience and have more meaning, to like inspire people to live a life that they're inspired by. And, at the same time, to make myself happier, having more freedom to do what I wanted to do, more time to spend with the people I wanted to spend it with, less money worries, earning a better income, all of this kind of stuff. So I thought it was really important to just have this conversation with you about self-limiting beliefs. And I think that it's our responsibility to bring awareness to those thoughts in our head and what they are telling us and what they're stopping us from doing. And one quick way just to do that, one way that you can start to work with these limiting beliefs is, first of all, you have to become aware of them. So it's just the awareness of, when you hear it yourself, talking to yourself in that way. And then one thing you can do is start to reframe the thought or the self-limiting belief. So for example, if I was like saying to myself, oh, you're not good enough to make videos for YouTube, then I could reframe it and I could say, wouldn't it be wonderful if I could make videos on YouTube? And by changing, the wording and by making it like a interesting and exciting possibility that's a question, it actually opens up the mind to think differently about it, instead of just putting like a full stop and stopping yourself from even entertaining the idea because you're not good enough to do it. And then to take it a step further, you can also say, isn't it like wonderful how easy it is for me to create videos on YouTube that inspire and impact people, and I get to enjoy what I'm doing whilst helping others. So you can see how you can go from I'm not good enough to make videos on YouTube to wouldn't it be wonderful if I could make videos on YouTube? And then another step, well, isn't it amazing how easy it is for me to make videos on YouTube that impact people and make a difference in people's lives, So if you have something holding you back, whether it's to do with online business, whether it's to do with having a healthy, happy relationship, or maybe you want to have, a better body image or feel healthier in your body, anything at all, whatever is something that you struggle with and is holding you back, you can use this technique to reframe those self-limiting beliefs and make a difference in your life. And yeah, I just wanted to share that because if I hadn't been involved with the SFM community, and if I hadn't done all of like the work on myself that I've done through my yoga practice and meditation practice, and having a community of like-minded people around me, if I didn't have those things, then I probably would still be believing those self-limiting beliefs, So I think it's really important that we take some personal responsibility to change those thought behaviors and those thought patterns. And when we do that, we then start to see how it is possible to make changes in our lives and to do the things that we thought were impossible or scary before. And what's the alternative? Like, for myself, I basically got sick of making excuses. I was sick and tired of like waiting for somebody else to come and rescue me. There is no prince on a white horse coming to pick me up, take me out of the life that I was miserable and unhappy in, and put me in a new life that has everything I've ever wanted. That doesn't happen, only in Disney. And this isn't Disney. So I knew at the end of the day that if I wanted to change my life, I had to make the change. It was only down to me. And in order for me to do that, I had to start working on these self-limiting beliefs. So I hope that's helpful. I've talked for a lot longer than I planned to, so thank you for staying with me and listening all the way to the end if you're still here. And I would love to hear your comments, your feedback. Please do share and like the video or reply to the email if you're getting this directly from me. And I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.